Hey guys, welcome again to another Gaveltek tutorial. My name is Todd Hamilton. Today we're going to be discussing research. Not so much research methodology, but some tools that you can use and some information that you can seek out that's going to make it a lot easier when it comes to deciding on certain factors of your website. Well, that is to say certain factors of your website that relate to SEO. So I'm just going to kind of dive in. After the whiteboard session is done, I'm going to go over to my computer and show you a couple that we use day to day. Alright, so the first thing we're going to talk about is competition. You want to go out and find other websites. Now, how do you do that? I would suggest going to Google and typing in the product or the service you want to provide. That should give you a pretty good indication of your strongest for your geographic market, because keep in mind that Google parses data based on your geographic location. But other websites, so you want to find that out. Second thing, pay-per-click. You want to find out the competition for the keywords you're trying to rank for and how much people are paying. There could be something like mesothelioma where they're paying $50 to $100 per click. I don't know what the actual prices are, that's just an estimate, but a word like mesothelioma is obviously going to be on the higher end of Google's pay-per-click stuff. So you want to make sure that if you are going to do a pay-per-click campaign, that it's going to be manageable within your budget. You don't want to get into a project and towards the end of it find out you're not going to be able to effectively advertise yourself because you can't afford the pay-per-click. Compete.com. This is a great way to kind of look at broad traffic in your market space. You may want to compare your idea to other people's sites to find out what type of traffic you're going to have to get in order to be competitive in the market. SEMrush.com. That gives you sort of a closer snapshot of smaller sites, whereas Compete really deals with very large sites, very large amounts of data. Almost like Google Insight. And of course, SEOmoz.com. Now, SEOmoz.com has a bunch of great free tools, but they also have a pay service, and we're going to discuss that later on down the line. Our second topic is keywords. Now, we all know how important keywords are to your success as a web marketer, SEO, or as a web-based business. Now, I'm not talking about keyword relevancy or the percentage of keywords as it relates to your title tags in the front end. I'm talking about the stuff that's kind of going to define what it is that you do. So relevant keywords. You want to go out there and start to research the type of keywords you want to rank for. You want to stay away from things like free, etc., some of those smaller keywords. And obviously, search engines use heuristics. So predictive text, or it'll get rid of the ands, the thes, and the buts, and just kind of go to the meat of the matter. Keyword competition. How much competition exists out there for those keywords that you're trying to rank for? And you'll obviously use the suite of SEO software that we've got listed here to sort of find out, as well as SEMrush and Compete.com. Google Insight. Google Insight is a really great tool to kind of decide on your big high-end keywords because they look at a lot of data. If it's 100,000 hits, chances are Google Insight's not even going to notice it. So if you point your go to Google, look up Google Insight, use that tool to research the keywords that you've defined as important for your website. Rank Tracker. Rank Tracker is a plugin for Firefox, the browser Firefox. Now what Rank Tracker does is it allows you to put in a URL and then a bunch of keywords, and you can check to see where that URL ranks for those keywords. So once you've identified your competition and sort of identified your keywords, you're able to put those together and see where they're ranking. Google Keyword Tool. If you're having trouble sort of identifying keywords for your website, this is a great resource, the Google Keyword Tool. It will allow you to type in a URL and sort of mine them for keywords that are relevant, and that's a great place to start. Not all of them are relevant, and some of them are a bit crappy, but take the ones you feel are important and use these other research methods to kind of fact check. WordTracker.com. Now, a long time ago, WordTracker.com had a lot of the market when it came to word tracking and link building. They're sort of losing that share due to Distilled and SEOmoz and a lot of these other sort of powerful, low-cost SEO companies. However, they do have a free keyword tool. I would suggest using it. Even with its limited functionality, it still gives you some pretty good information. And there's always a lot of good writing on WordTracker.com. Domain. When you're picking your domain, recently there's been some research, and I've always kind of felt that having a keyword-rich domain is a lot better than just having a domain name. For instance, if I'm selling socks, we'll use www.socks.com, and I wouldn't put toddhamilton.com simply because I own the URL. I would put something that's a little more relevant. Domain availability. Are the domains you want available? What's the best way to find that out? It's a lot of work. you know. There is one research tool that I found to be the best out of all of them. It's called Domain Name Pro. You pay for the license. However, you put in keywords and it will configure domain names for you. Again, some of them are nonsense. The majority of them are very good, and they'll tell you if they're available or not, which saves you a ton of time when you're doing your research. So, Domain Name Pro. Lastly, I'm going to discuss SEO software. There are 3 that I like. Well, 2 that I like, and then obviously there's stuff on the web that you collect as an SEO over time that you find useful. Number 1 is SEO Moz. Now, this isn't in priority. This is just the way I listed them. I don't feel that SEO Moz is any better than SEO PowerSuite, although they do have their compliments and they do have their weaknesses. So SEO Moz, you can get them by seomoz.org, and SEO PowerSuite. SEO PowerSuite is a suite of 4 tools. They're all very effective. They give you a lot of data, so you've got to be prepared to kind of cut the fat. But at the end of the day, it's a very good tool to check how you rank. Whereas SEO Moz limits you on the amount of keywords and the amount of people you can have. SEO PowerSuite does not. It's unlimited, which I like quite a bit. And obviously, like I said, World Wide Web free tools. Tools you can find out on the web that are useful, and you're going to go ahead and research them as you feel it's necessary. I'm going to go to my computer now, but before we do that, I'd just like to say that if you have any questions, give us a call at 561-899-0507, extension 1002. That's our support department. You may email us at info@gaveltek.com or visit our website, www.gaveltek.com. Thanks very much.
Hello and welcome to the second part of the tutorial. I'm Todd Hamilton, President and CTO of Gaveltek. I'm going to kind of quickly show you a few of the tools that are free out there that are going to assist you in those 3 categories that I suggested: the competition, keywords, and domain. The first being keywords. Now, Google AdWords has a free keyword tool. You can see it here. There's the URL. You only really need to be concerned with the adwords.google.com, not necessary to use the rest of this. Let's say, for instance, that I want to compete for SEO and internet marketing. These are 2 things that I feel that I want to be competitive for. I put in my CAPTCHA and I run a search. Now, you can see here you get a bunch of keywords, and there's global monthly searches. Obviously, the terms that I feel get the most global monthly searches are the ones that I want to hone in on. For instance, internet marketing tips. Excuse that little pop-up there. Internet marketing tips, okay. SEO. SEO is a very broad search. It's searched a lot. However, that means that it's going to be very difficult to compete for. So I want to be careful when I choose my my terms. So there, in a nutshell, is a very, very easy way to sort of generate some keywords. Now, for instance, I want to go to someone else's website and I want to search them. So there you have it. Here are the words that I'm ranking for, or that I feel are critical, okay, for my website. And you can do that with anyone's website. Now, the next piece is the rank checker. Now, rank checker is an add-on for Firefox, hence me using Firefox for this presentation. And you can go to Tools and Add-ons and then add it on. And you can see here that I'm about to run my rank checker. Now, for the domain, www.gaveltek.com, or your competition in this case. I want to put the keyword in Internet Marketing for Lawyers. I'm going to add that. And I also want to add in Internet Marketing and SEO for attorneys. And I'm going to check for these 3. Okay, we're coming back with some results. Now this is going to run for a little bit, so I'll minimize it and move on to the next thing. Once we've kind of identified the keywords that we want to rank for, we can go ahead and jump into Insight. Now Insight's going to give us a very large cross-section of data. You can see here you have a lot of control. But I want to do internet marketing. That's a keyword that I want to rank for. I also want to do SEO for attorneys. And I want another variation of internet marketing for law firms. And I'll search worldwide, or I'll search within the United States. all subregions, all metros, all years, and we'll run a search. Now you can see here that the data is very interesting. There's not a lot of searches, so the data we're getting back is very little. All right, so we understand that insight may not be the best use of our time here. However, we'll put in things like SEO, search engine optimization. Oops, misspelled there. And we'll leave the last one alone and do another search. We can see here that now we've got some comparative data. You see that search engine optimization is much lower than SEO. So we'd obviously want to try to rank for SEO as it's a larger part, so we want to use some of those keywords. Now the competition will be very stiff, as we've seen in our keyword research tool. However, that's for you to decide what's competitive and what's not. I just want to give you the tools to get out there and start looking in the right places. Google Trends is the last place that I'm going to show you relating to keyword research. And we can go ahead and search trends. And we can see where they're being searched more, the search terms that are being searched for. Okay, and you can see the corresponding letters along the graph. Where's F? Okay, so search terms just kind of gives us some basic idea. And no websites available. Okay. Now Enom, I only added Enom because I like them as a reseller. I like them much better than GoDaddy or any other ones. They have their problems, but I like them as a domain seller. They're pretty constant with their prices. So if we want to find a domain name, for instance, SEO.com, which we all know is taken, slap that in there, and we see that there's no availability. However, they give me a small, very short list of domains that are available. One SEO.net, myseo.tv, etc., etc. Anything with SEO is going to be very competitive. So you can see you can do some domain research if you don't want to pay for Domain Name Pro. And that's a Mazel product. And there it is right here, Domain Name Pro. It's very cheap, very useful. They send you a 30-day temporary key code. Then after 30 days, they send you your permanent one. So that's really it for the research right now. If you have more questions, and keep in mind, this is a very brief overview. This, however, this is not meant to be the de facto guide to doing research. This is just a really good place for people new to the SEO field to start, kind of get their feet wet. And keep in mind, you always want to read blogs. Go out there, find relevant blogs. SEO Moz has got a fantastic blog. Plus, they have a user-driven blog called UMoz, which is incredible. Most of the people who are putting stuff up on that website know exactly what they're doing. You've got Distilled, which is a company based out of the UK. You've got Word Tracker. Those are all really great blogs to read. And then Google themselves, they have an SEO blog. For more information, contact us at our website, www.gaveltek.com. Email us at info@gaveltek.com or call us directly at 561-899-0507, extension 1002. Thank you guys and have a great day.